So this is the livelihood the test takers were living. Their families were high-ranking officials. They had a long generation relationship until test taker one's grandfather committed an offense against the emperor, which had them stripped and killed. Test taker two's family protected him, hid him away. But you know what he did to thank them? You know what he did? He grew a relationship with a prince and then convinced that prince to commit treason, full-on treason, and rebel against his father, or rebel against the emperor. I am not kidding. Which obviously when the emperor found out about the, treason and the rebellion and found out who it was that led it and who was protecting him, it caused Test Takers two's entire family to be annihilated. That is how he thanks the people who protected him, was it got the entire family annihilated. Like, I don't know how Test Taker 2 would even still had a relationship with him after everything he did. And it's not even the worst thing Test Taker 1 does in this book. He's literally the worst. I think he's my least favorite character in this book. So main character Melly, they're following the two test takers. And the area they go to, Test Taker 1 is literally a commander / general of an army there. So he's using his power and influence to protect the Test Taker 2 from any hatred or to be taken back and executed, because again, he's a wanted criminal because his family protected someone who led a rebellion. Who is the test taker? 1. Like, yes, it's messy. So there's a lot of people going around checking for spies or anyone working with, the main character's first body's family and trying to see if anyone's serving the Border Prince's alliance or side, and get rid of them. And they had their eyes on the male lead because, again, the male lead was living at the Border Prince's palace when the Test Taker 2 was there. It is full-on messy. Especially after the main character had left the monk's body to spend some time with the male lead's assistant, and the beast god, like he was spending time with those guys, then forgot to go back into the monk's body. And when the second test taker came to talk to them about people going around checking everyone's identities and give them a place to stay, mostly to keep an eye on them, when he finds the monk's basically dead body, he assumes the worst. But who assumes the way worse is Test Taker 1, who has both the main character and Melly, because main character is pretending to be someone else in his true form, because he revealed himself in his true form, taken, and is about to have them executed, full-on executed, because he believes they full-on killed the monk without any actual proof. The fox has to come in and save them, and he outright points out the crimes both of them committed to protect the main character and Melly, pointing out that they had committed treason and / murdered the Border Prince's son, and this is why their territory is being attacked by the Border Prince's army. But no one believes their word until the Border Prince gets there and is able to finally sneak someone in there, because the test taker was killing anyone who got in there before anyone can reveal the truth. But once everyone finds out, it leads to a fucking rebellion. Full-on rebellion. Like, people are furious when they realize their literal general / commander was someone who committed treason and then killed another Border Prince's child for his lover. Like, no one's happy about this. Especially when they've been sitting there fighting against this war and getting themselves killed, even commoners killed, to, protect these two because they believed they were worthy of the protection. Yeah, no, they're not pleased. Not pleased. So when all of this going down, the system God informs the Malene main character that this is the end for the two test takers. They're gonna be basically murked and killed. And the main character's like, well, then what's the point of having me put them through all these love trials if they're just gonna suffer a bloody end at the end? Like, that's not fair. So he goes to rescue them. Test taker 1 has kind of already sacrificed himself. He left his fight against everyone that's there to rebel against them and kill them. So Test Taker 2 would have a chance to run away. The male lead and main character saves Test Taker 2, tells him the entire truth, because the main character is a little freaking green flag, even apologizes for the things he did, even though he didn't do anything actually terrible and vile. He's actually really great to Test Taker 2. Like, amazing. Like, he is the truest of true green flags. Honestly, I wouldn't blame Test Taker 2 if he fell for the main character. I think he kind of did fell for the main character, because the main character is a full-on green flag. Honestly, way better than Test Taker 1, because Test Taker 1 is just terrible. Like, all his actions are the reasons why they're there. And the main character is just great. He tells him the truth, apologizes. Full on apologizes for being someone meddling in their relationship. Tells him the true identities both of them had. Like, come on. The main character is amazing. So, this is going to be a little confusing, but there have been a cat spirit following the main character and Melody around, and the fox spirit around, ever since they went back to the fox's den to rescue Test Taker 1, only to find out that he'd already been freed by someone, and that person captured everybody in the fox's den outside the little cat spirit. And so they've been traveling. The cat spirit even becomes attached to Test Taker 2. And when the main character and Melody were almost sent to crimes of killing the old monk that the main character was possessing, the cat spirit even informs the Test Taker 2 about information about the main character and Melody after he's questioned by the Test Taker 2. And Test Taker 2 even promises to help him find his missing comrades that, Test Taker 1 captured with his friend who freed him. Except it's revealed that he was actually being possessed the entire time. So the person who was possessing him was actually a pet to Test Taker 1. Test Taker 1's pet. Basically, when Test Taker 1 was forced to go through his love trials and was, punished, he went berserk. And it was led to believe he died, except he was injured, escaped, found a body of a cat spirit and possessed it and was comatose inside the cat spirit. But when he smelt the blood of his master, when his master was, injured and imprisoned by the fox spirit, he freed his master and killed all the animals and left and then he's like, well, I'm weakened now, and continued to possess the cat spirit's body, but was comatose again. Only when his master was about to literally die because of the rebellion, he reawoken to fight against the people in the rebellion, killing everybody. Luckily, the beast tamer god came in to stop him and stop his actions. Like, I am not kidding. This entire time they've been traveling with the Test Taker 1's pet. He ends up dying, if I can tell, and Test Taker 1 ends up gravely injured and I think dead. Or left is nothing but a spirit. But, I was confused. I don't really know what happened to him, but I know he doesn't continue a relationship with Test Taker 2. That I can tell. I think he's completely gone.